Amado Vargas, a man who comes from a boxing family, beats Dean the Great in the Misfits boxing match under the Andrew Tate card. And if you don't know who Dean the Great is basically a street boxer, quote unquote, that knows how to box. This whole Andrew Tate fighting card was really interesting. From Tony Ferguson fighting Spencer in a crazy, entertaining boxing match, and to obviously this underrated fight between Amado Vargas and Dean the Great. And to give you a quick summary of how good this fight was action-packed for the whole 6 rounds. This fight was really entertaining, but I think that what was even more entertaining about this fight was the build-up before this. Amado Vargas was fighting Dean as if Dean took something from him. It almost seems like Dean was insulting his family, his father, his brother, and his mother. Oh wait, Dean the Great did do all that stuff. If you watch the fight, Amado Vargas for 6 rounds straight was just putting BTA on Dean Great. It was just insane. I mean, I'm not surprised that Dean the Great did this, and I'll explain later on. Dean the Great is known for trash talking on actual legitimate professional fighters like Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson. Like, this guy's just known for just talking and talking. Before this fight happened, Amado and Dean the Great were promoting this fight, and it seemed like they were having a fun interaction with each other. There was times where Dean the Great threw shots at Amado Vargas, talking about how I'm gonna beat Amado, and then I'm gonna go on and beat all his other brothers, and even his dad could have the smoke.
Amado Vargas wanted, if I go up in weight, beat up his other brother, give him another loss. You dig what I'm saying? Go up in weight to what Emilio at 140, beat him up. He can get it too. You dig what I'm saying? So I can get rid of, after I get rid of Amado, I get rid of his brother, and then go up in weight, beat up his other brother. Dig what I'm saying? Then if his daddy wanted, he can step in and beat him up too. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, Dean Dynasty.
Amado was having a good time with these little insults and back and forths. Everything seemed like it was going well and nothing crazy was happening until the fight was getting closer and closer, and Dean the Great decided to ramp everything up. Dean the Great pulls up to the media workout that they were doing, and Amado and all his other family were there doing some pad work. Dean starts throwing shots, talking about how he's gonna do Amado Vargas worse than whenever Shane Mosley fought Fernando Vargas, which is his father.
Hey, I'm gonna do him worse than Shane Mosley did you. That's my guy. Why you haven't seen? Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna do it worse than Shane Mosley did you, though.
Dean the Great even doubles down and starts talking about his older brother, Fernando Vargas Jr. He talks about how Fernando Vargas Jr. is not a true fighter because he took 1 L and started getting fat and depressed. And that loss that he took was against an Irish fighter under the Terrence Crawford and Canelo undercard.
When the Vargas Dynasty lose, they get fat and depressed and start eating. That ain't no real fighter. That ain't no real fighter. And at the end of the day, fuck the Vargas Dynasty, nigga. It's gonna be the Dean Dynasty. Fuck them niggas and everything they stand for, nigga. These niggas a bunch of bums, nigga. I'm exposing them, nigga.
At this point, rightfully so, the whole Vargas family is all over Dean the Great. They're screaming, they're shouting at him, they're saying that he's gonna lose, and everyone's just going crazy. A little bit of a side note here, Amado Vargas and Fernando Vargas, they start mentioning Dean the Great's girlfriend, and she was in the background recording everything. And Amado starts explaining how, why did your girlfriend unfollow us on Instagram?
Niggas talking about my girl. Oh my god, that's how you know I'm winning.
Why'd you make your girl follow me? Why?
That's how you know a nigga winning.
Amado was questioning Dean the Great's girlfriend's loyalty. It seems like Dean the Great's girlfriend wants that Vargas Dynasty DNA. Who knows what Dean the Great's girlfriend's true intentions are? This was already bad enough. You're insulting someone's father, you're insulting someone's older brother and their mental health. You start insulting Amado, the person that's actually fighting you. You're going for family at this point, and you already crossed the boundary. But what really made everything just the cherry on top is the press conference they have before the fight. For whatever reason, and I'm not too sure of this, maybe you guys could fact check me, but Amado Vargas's mother was talking during the press conference, and Dean the Great didn't like that, and he kept telling her to be quiet.
What you did?
That's it.
Dean,
that's it.
Hey, mama,
What?
hey, mama, stay out of this. This ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a fair warning.
Dean, hey, stay out of this.
Dean the Great gave warnings that you should stop talking or else I'm gonna, start insulting you back. And like I said, I don't know what Amado Vargas's mom was saying to make Dean the Great so angry. And since Amado Vargas's mother was still talking, Dean the Great starts getting really personal. He starts calling his mom fat and a torta and that she should be quiet and go back to making quesadillas, you bitch.
Stay out of this. Go make a quesadilla, you fat bitch. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Go make me a quesadilla. Go make me a fucking quesadilla. Shut up.
Fuck you, bitch.
Go stay in the
Fuck
kitchen.
you, bitch.
You in Dubai.
Fuck you, bitch.
Go in the kitchen.
Shut the
Shut
fuck
up.
up. The
Shut
fuck
up.
The fuck
Shut
up.
up.
The fuck up.
Shut up. You can't fight for your son. You can't fight for your son. Hey, you started this though.
Wait.
You started this. You gonna know it. Hey, this is not. Hey, this is an eye for an eye.
Wait.
I told your fat ass stay out of it.
All right, let me talk.
You want to stay out of it. You can't stay out that kitchen either.
Dean, hold on a second. Amado.
Stay out his business.
Hey, mom.
And stay out the kitchen.
Hold on.
Like, this dude was literally insulting Amado Vargas's own mother, calling her fat, a torta, and she should be making some quesadillas, and that she's a bitch. And this just really made the whole family, especially Amado, who was sitting on stage, really angry. Dean the Great was in on a rude awakening. You insult a man's mother, brother, father, and you expect this fight to be easy. You expect this fight to be a walk in the cake. Whatever non-existing hype train Dean had going for him, it was going to be ruined quickly on this fight. During the weigh-ins, before this fight was happening, Amado and Dean face off for the final time before they fight, and Amado is a little cheeky here. He tries to pretend that he's, cool, calm, and collected until he tenses up and pushes Dean.
Let's be men, let's be cordial. Motherfucker! Fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna fuck you up! I'm gonna fuck you up! You little short little fucking nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up, boy! You're a disrespectful motherfucker! You're a disrespectful motherfucker! Fuck you in your mouth, I'm gonna fuck you up! Bitch! I'll see you tomorrow, motherfucker! Little bitch!
And that just made Dean go off the rails. He becomes more racist, talking about how I'm gonna get rid of like the beans and burritos out of the Vargas family or whatever, and they're gonna pay, and that they're a bunch of bums or whatever.
I'm gonna knock them beans and talk out his stomach. You dig? Working the Misfits, baby. He gonna fold tomorrow. Hey, all the pressure on you, my boy. You better not lose no YouTuber. You better not lose no Street Fighter. Hey, you better not lose no Street Fighter. You better not lose no YouTuber.
And Amado was just really, really angry. Rightfully so. This gave Amado Vargas a motivation, a drive, a fire inside him. This wasn't just a fight. This was to protect his family. The fight begins, and honestly, this is the Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua script all over again. Because in the start of the round, Dean the Great literally pulls a double leg takedown. He's doing the Jake Paul script all over again. In the first round, Amado Vargas gets taken down by Dean the Great. But after that, it was all hands at this point. Amado Vargas was putting pressure the whole entire fight. He was fighting as if this guy was insulting his whole family, which he did. And that's what made him fight this way. I was super impressed with the way Amado Vargas fought, because he fought for 6 minutes, super aggressive, super fast, throwing punches, getting into the pocket. Like, this guy was out for blood. And even when Amado Vargas was building momentum and pressure, Dean the Great would all of a sudden trip and fall. He's taking the script out of Jake Paul. Like, how are you gonna want to be Jake Paul and not have the accolades that Jake Paul has? Listen, you could call Jake Paul annoying and all this stuff, but at least he could somewhat back it up with the resume that he's built over the years. Dean the Great has one professional fight against a nobody. After the fight ends, Amado Vargas wins. He takes the victory, and he even starts talking crap on Dean the Great, saying that you're a bitch, this and that. He was saying his piece. Weirdly enough, even after the fight ended, I knew to myself that, yeah, there's no way that Dean the Great won this. Like, it's so obvious that Amado won. But Dean and his whole little team, they had this confidence that they thought they won, which clearly I was kind of laughing, me personally. Maturely enough, Amado Vargas wanted to squash the beef with Dean the Great, but it seemed like Dean the Great had no response to Amado's kindness. He tried squashing the beef with Dean, but it seemed like Dean didn't want it. And with that response, Amado had a reaction. They still have bad blood after this, despite Amado trying to squash the beef.
This and that, was it respect or was it not?
No, he didn't come as a man and say, I apologize. So I don't respect him as a man. And when a man is wrong, they're wrong. And when they're right, they're right. And he wasn't raised right. So at the end of the day, if he would have come to me and the man and apologized, I would have forgiven him and say, I forgive you. because that's what Jesus says, to forgive your people. But, you know, at the end of the day, he doesn't want to apologize, so I'm not going to say nothing.
I have a little bit of an opinion about Amado Vargas and the whole Vargas family. Sure, you could call them a little annoying, a little bit of a Kim Kardashian type of family. But at the end of the day, these people are tough, working boxers who love their families. This fight was really difficult for Amado Vargas. He was very open at the end of this fight that this was a really hard training camp because he lost one of his close friends, Sofia De La Rosa. And she was supposedly this up-and-coming female rapper or musician. And she got shot and killed around November of 2025. And Amado said it himself that he did this fight for her and that he was gonna take this win and that this was a promise that he was not gonna break.
This fight was very emotional for me. This fight was very emotional for me because I dug a person that I was, you know, that was a beautiful person in my life. And rest in peace to Sofia Maria de la Rosa. She passed away. And I told her in the grave that this fight was for her and I worked so hard.
Weirdly enough, I was thinking to myself, why did Amado Vargas take this fight? He's going into this YouTube organization with no competition behind him. But it seems like in interviews, he probably made a good bag in this fight. And if they give him the same bag that he was given for the Dean the Great fight, maybe we'll see Amado Vargas return in the ring.
Consider a rematch of Dean?
If the money's right, why not?
Listen, you could talk all you want about a fighter, that they're not good, and then I'm gonna expose you, and that I'm gonna do you worse than I did this guy, blah, blah, blah. But if you're gonna talk about another man's father, brother, and mother, especially talk about another man's mother's weight, calling her a torta, a bitch, and being racist to Mexicans, that's just a little bit too far. Even after all this, Dean the Great is all over Twitter talking about I will beat Ryan Garcia, blah, blah, blah. So even after this loss, Dean the Great hasn't learned anything. He's going back to his little script on continuing to antagonize professional boxers. I don't know, there may be something wrong with Dean the Great because there's just no way that you could be this insulting to someone, lose, and then go on the internet talking to professional fighters and how you want to beat them up and I'll be back greater than ever. Seems kind of weird to me. I don't know. My name is Jaheem Zamali and I'm out. Peace.